What if I told you there's a hidden biblical story where Daniel outsmarts a dragon, exposes a false god, and survives against all odds? A story so thrilling and powerful, it's hard to believe it's not in every Bible. This is the story of Bel and the dragon, a tale of courage, faith, and divine intervention that still speaks to us today. Stay with me as we uncover this forgotten gem and its profound lessons. But before we dive in, if this is your first time here, please subscribe, like, and share this video to help spread the hidden truths of Scripture to others. Now, let's get started. The Book of Bel and the Dragon is part of the deuterocanonical texts, included in Catholic and Orthodox Bibles, but excluded from most Protestant Bibles. It's an addition to the Book of Daniel, written during a time when the Israelites were in Babylonian captivity. Daniel, known for his unwavering faith, is at the center of this thrilling narrative. The story not only challenges the false gods of Babylon, but also demonstrates the power of standing firm in faith, even when it means standing alone. Picture Babylon, a city of grandeur and idolatry, where the people worshipped statues and creatures as gods. In this setting, Daniel, a servant of the true God, becomes the voice of reason and truth in a land consumed by deception. This story takes us through three key moments: exposing Bel, defeating the dragon, and Daniel's survival in the lion's den, each brimming with suspense and divine intervention. The story begins with Bel, a revered idol in Babylon. The king and the people believe that Bel consumed enormous quantities of food and drink daily. But Daniel, filled with divine wisdom, questioned this belief. He boldly told the king, "This idol is nothing but clay and bronze. It cannot eat or drink." The king, eager to prove Bel's divinity, challenged Daniel. Together, they placed food before Bel and sealed the temple with the king's seal. That night, Daniel cleverly scattered ash on the temple floor, unnoticed by the priests. The next morning, the food was gone, and the king declared Bel's power. But Daniel, unshaken, asked the king to examine the floor. There, in the ash, were footprints leading to a hidden door. The secret was out. The priests of Bel, along with their families, had been sneaking into the temple through a concealed entrance to consume the offerings. They had deceived the people and the king for years. Outraged, the king ordered the idol and its temple destroyed. This act was not just a victory for Daniel, but a demonstration of how God's wisdom exposes falsehood. But the challenges were far from over. The Babylonians also worshipped a living dragon as a god. This creature, powerful and awe-inspiring, was another symbol of idolatry. The king, still grappling with the destruction of Bel, turned to Daniel and said, "You cannot deny that this dragon is a god. Look, it is alive." Daniel replied, "Give me permission, O king, and I will slay this dragon without sword or club." The king agreed, intrigued by Daniel's boldness. Daniel prepared a mixture of pitch, fat, and hair, an indigestible concoction. He fed it to the dragon, and as the creature consumed it, its stomach burst. Once again, Daniel demonstrated the powerlessness of idols and the supremacy of God. The destruction of the dragon further enraged the people of Babylon. To them, Daniel's actions were an affront to their deeply held beliefs and traditions. Yet, Daniel's unwavering faith continued to shine as a beacon of truth in a world filled with lies. The people of Babylon, unable to tolerate Daniel's defiance of their gods, turned against him. They demanded his death, accusing him of sacrilege. The king, though reluctant, succumbed to their pressure and cast Daniel into a den of lions. This punishment was intended to be a death sentence, a spectacle that would silence Daniel's voice. But Daniel's faith in God was unshaken. For 7 days, he remained in the lion's den, untouched by the beasts. God sent an angel to close the mouths of the lions, ensuring Daniel's safety. Meanwhile, the prophet Habakkuk, far away, was preparing food when an angel of the Lord appeared and instructed him to deliver it to Daniel. Carried by the angel, Habakkuk brought sustenance to Daniel, a miraculous act that reinforced God's provision. When the king returned to the den and saw Daniel alive, he was astonished. He acknowledged the power of Daniel's God, declaring, "There is no God but the God of Daniel." The accusers, who had plotted against Daniel, were then thrown into the lion's den, where they met their end. Justice had been served, and God's power had been displayed once again. The Book of Bel and the Dragon is more than an ancient story. It's a timeless narrative filled with profound lessons for us today. Faith versus falsehood. The story highlights the futility of idolatry and the ultimate triumph of truth. False gods may appear powerful, but they crumble under the weight of truth. God's protection. Daniel's survival in the lion's den serves as a testament to God's faithfulness to those who trust Him completely. Courage to stand alone. Daniel's bravery in confronting the king, the priests, and the people of Babylon is a call to stand firm in faith, even in the face of opposition. Divine intervention. God's hand is evident throughout the story, from revealing the priest's deception to delivering Daniel from the lions. It's a reminder that God is always working behind the scenes. This ancient tale resonates deeply in our modern world. Today, idolatry may not take the form of statues or dragons, but it's still present in materialism, fame, power, and ideologies that draw us away from God. Like Daniel, we're called to challenge these false gods and remain steadfast in our faith. Consider this. How often do we place our trust in things that cannot save us? Whether it's wealth, success, or public opinion, these idols often promise much but deliver little. Daniel's story challenges us to examine our own lives and put our faith in the one true God. The Book of Bel and the Dragon is a profound reminder of the futility of idols, the importance of unwavering faith, and the unmatched power of God. It challenges us to confront falsehoods, stand firm in our beliefs, and trust in God's provision and protection. If this story inspired you, share it with others and let's uncover more hidden gems from the Bible together. Next time, we'll explore another forgotten story that will challenge and inspire you. Don't miss it. What modern idols do you think we need to challenge today? Share your thoughts in the comments.